And these are children who not only are attached to all of this wealth and privilege, but now they're the children of the devil. It doesn't matter if they've done nothing wrong. They're all going to assume they know something, no matter what they do. They could sit on a million charities from here to now, and they will all be known as Diddy's children. That's just like being called Rosemary Baby.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just say real life street Starz. You know what time it is.
Real life street Starz. Let's go. We got her back. Jag. So now we have a president. And
Yes.
it's President Trump. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I said it. It's so funny when people ask me to say things I already said. Didn't I say it was going to be Trump?
Yeah, you did say that.
I said, what did I say? It's got to be Trump.
Right.
He's the only one telling the truth.
Right. So would you classify yourself as a Trump supporter?
I classify myself as a believer and an avid follower of the word of God.
Right.
God has spoken.
Right.
For whatever reason, Trump is his guy. And guess what? They say God works in mysterious ways.
Right.
Nothing happens unless God permits it to happen. I guess that means God wanted Trump.
Right.
And considering on the other side, everybody that was endorsing that candidate is an alleged freak-off attendee.
Right.
I don't see how God was rocking with that.
Do you think that Trump will now release the Epstein?
I think Trump's gonna release it. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be fabulous. I can't wait to see how many people gag, vomit, and lose their mind. I mean, we're already living in Trump derangement right now. Like ever since the election, it's been pure Trump madness, mania, lunacy. People are literally faking grand mal seizures and strokes online because this man won a contest.
Right.
It's a contest. One side won, the other side lost, and God ordains all. So who y'all mad at? You mad at God?
Right.
I don't get it.
Did you vote?
Something like that.
What? What'd you say?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Well, yeah, because the candidate that I went for, you had to write his name in. So I hope he gets there, you know.
So, Jag, what are your thoughts on Project 2025?
Oh, by the way, salute to Dr. Cornel West. We were kicking it with him yesterday.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I think I really hope more people come while they're going through the very extensive Real Life Street Star catalog and look at that interview with Dr. Cornel West and why he wanted, as an actual African-American Black man, wanted to run for president and did.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that, not only the good guys lost, but the bad guys lost too.
All right. So yeah, the internet, of course, as usual, is in an uproar with fear about Project 2025. What are your thoughts? Or have you read it? Do you know what it's about? What do you think about it?
I mean, I think at this point in time, we should more be worried. We should really focus on the reality of Project MK Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all can sit here and buy into all of these. Oh, they're doing this. Oh, they're doing that. Guess what? If they are, can you stop them? What's the point in complaining about it? If you should only talk you should only talk about what you can do something about. If you can't do anything about it, then maybe you should just rely on God to see you through. See how simple that is?
Yeah. Speaking of MK Ultra,
Yeah.
Word around town is that it's being used to control Hollywood.
It is. And the
that,
rest of the country.
Yeah, and that a lot of our favorite celebrities allegedly are using it, and when you see them there and they look like they're in a daze or they're completely standing still or something like that, that is what it is. And it's been alleged that some of our favorite celebrities like Doja Cat, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, 2 Chainz are all caught up or have been caught on camera allegedly under the influence. And that a few celebrities have died. They're saying that Brittany Murphy died from.
It's been more than a few. It's been a crop. Maybe that's why Ashton Kutcher wanted to move around so quick.
So MK Ultra is not the same as Tootsie.
No.
No.
Tootsie is a drug.
Okay.
MK Ultra is psychological operations. Psych tools that teach people how to trick the human mind into believing whatever is being influenced. See, they don't want to talk about it because it's in everything. It's everywhere. I shout out to Odell. He when we first got together, he asked me had I ever seen a movie and that I've never seen before. It's called They Live. Came out in the early 90s? No, 84. Roddy Piper was in it. Keith David, Mr. I've been old and black and angry for a long time. And they, were, co-stars in this film. And Roddy Piper got his hands on these glasses. And when he put the glasses on, it showed what was really there in the world. And everywhere it was commands and prompts: obey, submit, eat, sleep, don't look, pay your taxes, like everything. So it was exposing the illusion of the world that we live in. And, somebody made these special glasses and there was a certain amount of them and he got his hands on one. And he kept trying to tell people, hey, this is what's really happening. Look in these glasses. He literally got in a fight with Keith David for like 25 minutes, trying to get this guy to put the glasses on so that he could see. He said, man, I got a wife and kids. He said, what does that have to look? I mean, they must have did a whole 5-round WWF style fight. And he finally got the glasses on. He was like, man, it's crazy. So it's interesting because now that movie has been added to my memory bank, I'm like, that's been me.
Right.
Roddy Piper, G.
Right.
Look, I'm getting my ass kicked everywhere. And then they found, oh,
wow. Jag, Liam Payne, his fall. There's a lot of alleged things they're saying that happened.
Multiple levels, his fall.
There's a lot of speculations.
Personal life.
Right.
Health.
What is his ties to Diddy?
I mean, all of those kids from that era, even the British bands, they all partied with Diddy. I'm just, it's hard for me to truly get invested in what's happening to Liam Payne right now because I haven't gotten over what happened to Nick. Nick's brother, Aaron Carter.
Right.
A lot of people keep forgetting Aaron Carter was begging for help, begging for independent financing, begging for security. He made it very clear Sony was out to get him, just like Michael Jackson told him they would be. And right around that time, his brother had just been accused of graping one of the girls from making the band, Diddy's entity. And they were trying to make all of that go away. And Aaron called his brother out. And then the next thing you know, he said, if anything happens to me, I did not do this to myself. And then he was gone, and they said he took his own life, just like they're saying about Liam Payne. Why doesn't anyone want to see the same thing happening over and over and over again? Because if Diddy is responsible for Liam Payne, then he is without a doubt responsible for Aaron Carter.
So speaking of Diddy, he got met with another lawsuit today. It's about him waving
He
a
gonna
gun
get
in
his ass beat in every week.
right, like he could waving a gun in a car chase this time.
He's the
I mean,
diddler.
do you think he did everything? All these
He's
things
the
that
diddler. He's the devil. Didn't I say it?
yeah, you said this.
I told y'all when I was wearing the Sex Face t-shirt and my fatigues, our first big 1 million view interview in 3 weeks. Remember the first time on the blue couch? And I said, I hate talking about all of these things. And I pray to God his kids doesn't hear it, but their father is the fucking devil. Was I exaggerating? 2 years later?
No, not at all.
So let me ask you this, Jack. Why do you think Diddy's kids spoke out publicly?
What choice do they have?
Even I think one of the sons did a rap, and he's like,
what choice do they have? When you're dealing with the kind of narcissistic control freak that Diddy is, and you raise children under that, the financial abuse for all of them is probably the worst. Because there's no way they can make money without him. He has them locked in. And if he falls, who's going to hire them? Who's going to fund them? Who's going to look out for them? No one.
Right.
No one. They're not fighting for their father. They're fighting for their survival. What they all gonna do? Go work at the Good Burger or the Wahlburger? What they gonna do?
Right. This is
what
facts.
they gonna go? They gonna go and open up a bunch of very unusually small chicken thigh restaurants with the rosé.
His reputation is tarnished.
His reputation is tarnished. They're also being implicated in some of his crimes. They will be pariahs. They're going to be worse off than OJ's kids.
So what's stopping any
like,
of the
did y'all hear what I just said?
Yeah, I frowned up. I was like, dang.
Does anybody think about what happened
to OJ's
to Nicole
kids?
Brown Simpson's children that she had with Orenthal James?
No one even talks about them. What happened? It's
like they don't even exist. And their lives are a lot more humble than they would have been. Nobody's thinking about that. And these are children who not only are attached to all of this wealth and privilege, but now they're the children of the devil. It doesn't matter if they've done nothing wrong. They're all going to assume they know something, no matter what they do. They could sit on a million charities from here to now, and they will all be known as Diddy's children. That's just like being called Rosemary Baby. They're screwed. Nobody wants anything to do with that. And when it gets to that point, they just shun you. Like I said, what they gonna do? Open up a bunch of wing stops? You see what they're trying to do with this reality TV business? Awful choice right now. And I'll say it again, especially with what is happening with Kim's sons. I'm so grateful that she doesn't have to witness any of this. Because this probably would have killed her.
Stopping
any white Christian under scrutiny, Quincy being mocked and scorned, the girls now being implicated into home in the SA with their father by a girl who worked the white parties. Like, this is a lot. And they didn't choose it. They were born into this. I don't think anybody's paying attention to that. The choice that they got. If that man calls and say, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, what else are they going to do? They got to bet on him. I'm sure they're all praying he makes it, because if not, what are they going to do? And they definitely can't count on Grandma Janice. They're screwed. One way or the other, they're screwed.
So there's no escape for them.
How? Was there escape for OJ's children? Their daddy is the new OJ. And we already know he done it. Like, OJ's kids went through hell. And there was reasonable doubt. We didn't see a video of him doing anything. We didn't see him running around in a towel with a knife, We seen that with the diddler. It's worse than OJ. Nancy Grace she's just warming up. They're screwed.
Do you think it's true when people say, oh, Diddy will never be fully exposed because there's too many huge names involved in the mix?
Oh, I agree. That don't matter. You'll get enough of them.
Will he make it out alive, Jack?
There's a young woman by the name of Andrea right now doing interviews, suggesting that she was tipped off by someone with inside the feds who said they saw her on some of the evidence seized. They said she was sedated, and they said she was being essayed by multiple men at the same time, which we know is called a train. And she tried to elude that allegedly our 47th president-elect was involved somehow. Do I know if that's true or not? I do not know. But I tell you what I do know. If they try to attach Trump to any of this freak-out foolishness, they all as good as dead anyway.
Jack, it's you almost was like almost. I don't know how you know this stuff, but you be knowing the future. You just like know everything. Where does this Diddy trial go? Like, what happens? Can you tell us what you
It's a
think is gonna?
Rico. And all those freak off attendees who endorsed Kamala Harris have now become clear enemies of the Trump administration. Ain't nobody getting no pardon. Diddy about to get some company. And with Trump's new agenda to shut down government funded trans, now that he's shutting all that down and reinstilling, going back to just the recognition of two genders, a lot of the people that was endorsing Kamala are going to have a problem with that. Like, it's not about to be pretty by any means. They should all leave the country now. Go move in. Russell, start a hippie commune. Get everybody buckwheat grass shots. And preach to them about the joys of love of the innocent kind, you weirdo.
Right. How you feel about fre4k calling you out? how do you feel about that?
I don't. What I got to feel about Rayford? Rayford is greenlit. Nicki Minaj done called him out on the down low. And there are people that are ready to confirm it. Oops. Rayford better go on ahead. Just go on. I told him to become a star. I told he could score his own films with his own music. Yep, him in Orlando. Yeah. That would make an awesome, like, for them to be the Amos and Andy, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I mean, that's what they're doing these days, ain't it? Giving head to microphones and asking grown men to be condoms. The shit that people will do to go viral, man. I'm so glad all I got to do is tell the truth. Marco Polo, huh? I wish I would sit there and let a grown man tell me, am I going to be his condom? I will roll up my sleeves and bust down on his face. You did that? You let that man call you a condom for views? What you got with 25, 30 racks? It can't be all the way green. That video, it can't be better than yellow. It can't be. What you got 25 racks after you sat there and that had that one? You got one man giving head to the microphone, and you got another man asking you to roll down on his eggplant parmesan. You did all of that for 25K, boy. You better than me. Did y'all see that foolishness?
Ooh. I did.
Yeah, we watched it.
Yeah.
Marco Polo. Yeah, that shit was funny. For you.
Well, moving on to a more serious
topic. You know me. I'll be having a little fun.
Oh no, it's all good. But Uncle Ron, Beyonce's ex-bodyguard, who threatened to expose them. Yeah, threatened to expose them, I believe, in 2023. Is deceased. He's passed away.
Allegedly, that's what they are saying.
Allegedly, that is what they are saying. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, they said he died from that pneumonia.
Yes.
Just like Kim, just like Brittany Murphy. That pneumonia ain't no joke. Hey, every time somebody get to telling the truth about someone, whoever's been lying, they just say a little prayer and then the limonia come and then it's yeah. A lot of people been getting that limonia. I'm surprised they didn't try to say that Liam got that limonia, but he went over that balcony. But the thing is, they say he went on his own. But there's two other things that I considered as I speculate. This is all my speculation. None of this is true yet. But what if somebody told him he had to jump off?
Man.
What if he would have rather jumped and be pow-powed?
Right.
Or maybe imminent danger was there. And
it's
that
alleged
was
that
only escape.
Right. It's alleged that he had Tootsie in
no, that's
system.
not alleged. That is a fact there, Rook. It was found in his system in his autopsy. That's not alleged.
That's crazy.
The Tootsie, Yep.
It's wild. Jag, you also sat down with big homie CC.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on big homie?
Good man.
And it's he knows a lot.
He was recently poisoned. Again.
He was he told me something about that.
Godspeed. I've been praying for him every day, and I'm asking everybody involved with this platform, watch this platform, all members, please pray for big homie CC. He's putting his life on the line, exposing the secrets of the transferring agenda to help save lives. I'm looking forward to working with him more in the future. We both want the same thing. We just want everybody to get home safe.
Right. There's an interview we did with him. It hasn't dropped yet, but he talks about demonic forces and how they truly exist.
They do.
Right. Kanye also has a lawsuit.
Yeah, I know. Everybody got a lawsuit. It's like watching Oprah. You get a lawsuit, and you get a lawsuit, and everyone gets lawsuits. I love bread.
Do you feel like that it's just everyone can just do a lawsuit now? I mean, what's your thoughts on all these lawsuits coming out?
I think they should have came out. I'm glad to see them finally come. I'm glad people are finally getting brave enough to come forward. And now, with a clear, strong leader like the 47th president-elect Trump, I think we might actually see some people get some real justice. Because allegedly, the enemies of all of these people, they're his enemies too, because they're enemies of America. And that's what he's trying to save before we go off the guardrails all the way. And we were there. The Dow's back up, stock market's looking better. We might all be able to afford to cook our own Christmas dinner this year.
Man.
$7 for a pound of butter. The way Angel bakes, you'll be spending $1,000 on butter every month. On butter. Am I lying, Angel?
Not at all.
4 households have to share one pie.
It's ridiculous when your weekly groceries are hitting $300-$400, $500
weekly.
Weekly.
When you're spending And for families who have 6 to 8 mouths to feed monthly, grocery bills is looking like fre4k.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You got households that are earning $120,000, combined and consolidated income that are going to the food bank monthly.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about that. But they want to talk about middle class, middle class, middle class. If middle class existed, how are people making over $100,000 needing to go to the food bank? That sounds like poverty to me.
Yeah, when a loaf of bread is $6,
Didn't
you've
I
reached
tell y'all we was coming to a time where a loaf of bread might be costing 25?
Mm-hmm.
It's creeping up real fast, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Jag, a lot of people trust in you to guide them, to educate them on the industry, what goes on in the industry, how people who are in the industry move, and how people who are interested in being in the industry should move.
Mm-hmm.
What methods do celebrities have when it comes to silencing people who speak against them? What are some of the tools that they use when people are filing these lawsuits? We've seen it several times where lawsuits come about, but they're dismissed over weird reasons before they even go to court.
Yep.
And there's enough lawsuits over the years that, I'm pretty sure you could build a mansion. What are some of those tools that celebrities use to kind of, hey, no, this ain't gonna go the way you think it's gonna
The
go?
internet is the most effective these days.
Oh, wow.
You can pay a group of internet stalkers relatively small amounts of money to stalk your enemies. Somebody should talk to Candy Burris about that.
Mm.
Yeah, I got stuck with some of her trolls after she finally tanked on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. They was here looking for money and so they just jumped over to the Jaguar Wright hate train. Because they didn't have they wasn't getting paid to hate on Portia and them no more, and Nene no more. It's disgusting. They use bloggers to throw rocks so they can hide their hands. And then, oh my God, I don't understand. Like that bullshit. But the worst is they find 10 people around you. Some of them you'll work with, some of them you'll be friends with, some of them are in your life. Sometimes even your spouse. If your spouse is not your partner or your teammate, but your opponent. And all they have to do is promise them this, promise them that. You don't know how many times people like Jay-Z have gone to women like Khalees and promised her career was going to be assured as long as she betrayed her husband, Nas. These are regular practices.
Do you think that your ex-husband has sent people to stop you?
Oh, both of them. They haven't sent anyone. They draw a check from the Shluminati, even still. Both of them. Yeah. That's why everyone's so mad at Odell.
Did you hear about Mike Jeffries? He's the owner of Abercrombie.
Yeah. He made bail.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. 10 million.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
So why do you think they let him out, but not Diddler?
Probably because he didn't call all of his witnesses threatening to do all kinds of crazy stuff and calling them 100 times a day like an insane telemarketer trying to give away free toasters and fruitcakes. Mike Jeffries isn't an idiot. And he probably ain't hopped up on Tusi.
So, Jag, we finally sat down with DeHaven. Did you get a chance to watch the interview?
Of course I did. I was in the chat. Y'all ain't had no mods in there.
Oh, okay.
I was up in
Yeah,
there.
so
There was no way I was gonna miss it. Mod Squad was there. It was a fight in there for a while. I didn't have a wrench, so I couldn't handle up the way I wanted to. But I just started reporting everybody, and y'all know I've been trying to make that happen for a while now. Not for me, not for you, but for him. You know, when someone from your past literally absorbs your life and inhabits everything that you, and then runs around the world playing king with it, meanwhile never acknowledging the person who they stole. I mean, like, that's just egregious. And I get DeHaven because Jill Scott did the same thing to me. You know? Kind of like how Marsha Ambrosius did it to Natalie Stewart. You know, there's a lot of people who have some ability, but not that true God-given talent. And that's what they do. They siphon. So the question is, if everything that everyone loves about Jay-Z was actually DeHaven's real life, then that would suggest that he's probably the greatest pretender in hip-hop of all time.
I told him he needs to cut a diss track.
And you know what? It would go viral
I
overnight.
told him, I said, bro, you missing a bag on that diss track. He said
And you know what?
he
That's
felt
not
like he was
him.
too old.
That's not him. That's
It's
not
not
him
him.
anymore.
Right.
That's not him anymore. He wants to build up his people. If
Thanks.
people really knew how focused he was on correcting all of the ills in our community that led so many people down the wrong path and some to their grave. If people really knew who he was, see, the thing is everything that DeHaven has become is what Sean Carter should be. That's what's funny. DeHaven kept evolving. He kept evolving, and he did it without all the glitz and the glamour and the money and the this and the that. And he didn't have to snitch on nobody. And he didn't have to become a government informant. And look at what he's doing for his people. That's what you're supposed to be doing, Sean. Even copying him, you still couldn't get it right.
Is there anything that we missed that we didn't get to ask him in that interview that you think?
I think y'all just need to do another interview.
That's how I felt like we probably need a little more time with him.
I think y'all need to do another interview. And I'm looking forward to that interview being about the book and the film project. I really want you guys to see what the betrayal of one brotherhood created for another. You know, if nobody gets anything from DeHaven, get this. Tragedy only exists where you stop trying. His story could have been very tragic, but he didn't stop trying. And look at how triumphant he is. Even now. God bless DeHaven. King amongst men. Really.
Moving forward, you know, Justin Bieber and Haley, they recently welcomed a child into the
Mm-hmm.
world. And, you know, of course, the talk is talking, and they're saying that Justin was forced to marry Haley, that there was some things between his people and Haley's
I know it's working
family.
out great for her daddy.
Mm.
Because he's a
Can you
pure
elaborate on that?
Hollywood D-list bum. And now Justin Bieber is his son-in-law, and now they got a baby. I'm telling you. Yo, that life of a handler, man. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so tough.
Tyla being a snitch.
And what about Tyla? Tyla being CIA?
I don't know nothing about that.
Hmm.
You want to know what's funny? I just saw that earlier today. And it's disgusting.
Yeah, because they used your image.
I've never even spoken about her, positively or negatively. And there's a reason why. I don't believe in what they're doing to her. I don't believe in what they're doing with her. She doesn't look a day over 14 years old. And she's one of the most highly sexualized female figures on media today. You never see her fully dressed. She's always half naked. We always have to see her skin. We always have to see her body. And as talented as she is, I don't know why she can't be more demure. I mean, come on, just because she comes from South Africa doesn't mean that every woman from South Africa is running around in loincloth, gyrating her genitalia and her ass every time you see her. It's like she can't even sing without popping a coochie.
So you believe she's an innocent young woman?
I believe she's an industry slave. And I believe that they are going to push and over-sexualize her until she breaks down. Just like they tried to do to Aaliyah. I don't talk about Tyla because I don't want to bring attention to it because I know what they're doing to her. But when you think about the lyrics of that song, Water, and you think about her core fan base, which are girls between the age of 7 and 17. Can you blow my mind and set off my whole body? Make me sweat, make me hotter. Make me lose my breath, make me water.
Right.
Why the fuck would that be coming out of 8-year-olds' mouth? And dancing and gyrating and trying to get a bump, bump, bump. Because that's all those kids that are watching her are doing. That's all they're doing. They're going to imitate everything that she does. Meanwhile, the local pedo who has a kid who are friends with a bunch of girls, 9, 10, 11 years old, inviting the girls over for pizza and to watch Tyla videos. And his dirty old ass is sitting there watching them, gyrating, talking about make me water. Why would I talk about that? I know what they're doing with that music, and I know what they're doing with her image. And shout out to DJ Envy for turning an 8-year-old into a...
That was my next question.
And having the audacity to say that that had anything to do with Little Kim when Little Kim would never sexualize her own daughter like that. Shout out to your wife. May you rot in hell. You turn your daughter into a snack for perverts on the devil's holiday. Y'all did a video shoot while she's singing those lyrics. Her urine hasn't even turned in smell yet. There's no puberty nowhere. And you got us singing Crush on You. I bet every pervert who watched that felt that deeply. You're weird. There's no crime in being freaky. There should be a crime in creating and making and disseminating child videos on any holiday.
Yeah, because
that was child. That was child. How many weirdos watched that and had a little fun with themselves with some baby oil? looking at that baby. How the hasn't CPS showed up at y'all door yet? But you sitting over there with Charlemagne the Troll. But he's got his own essay issues, don't he? All that shit. Just hilarious. Had any goddamn common sense. She laugh her ass right the away from that. She just had a baby.
I think she actually just returned.
She just had a baby. I know she just came back. You just had a baby and you sitting with a nigga that's pimping his child online and calling that your co-worker and you felt comfortable with coming back. Wait till they want to make an ass cake cheek thing for your baby because they play like that. They play like that over there at the breakfast eat it up cake club. Y'all niggas is trifling. Somebody need to call CPS. Get on over there. Matter of fact, where's Tyrese? Tyrese, come and steal this nigga so you can put some kind of common sense in her so she won't let this nigga turn her baby into a child. Tyrese should have took your gave her some goddamn good dick and common sense.
Okay, Jag.
Think about that.
Well, this is the last question we're gonna ask you, Jag. Then we're gonna get up out of here, and we're gonna see you in Dallas pretty soon.
Yeah. Hopefully this time I won't get arrested again.
Right.
You know, it's me and Odell's 6-month anniversary coming up.
Right. That's perfect.
No.
Definitely.
No, guess what we're doing for our 6-month anniversary? Yes.
What's that? What's that?
Housewarming.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh my God. So what was that last question?
Okay. Damon Dash.
Yeah, what about him?
What is your thoughts on everything that he said now since his interviews have came out and he's speaking and now he has to look at a couple of things since things have went viral and got mainstream attention. What are your thoughts on Damon Dash? Thoughts?
I suggest he help me complete my wish list and come and sit on that blue couch. Especially after watching the DeHaven interview. I mean, I think it could be kind of explosive to have D and Dame on the couch at the same time.
Now that.
Whoa! Life before the Jigga Man and life after the Jigga, life before and after death.
See if we can make that happen.
Now, see, that would be the best Christmas present I could ever give Reallyfe Productions. After that, I'm done. I'm retiring.
Well, Jack, you got to make it happen.
I'm working.
You got to make it happen.
And maybe, who knows? Maybe next time me and Big Homie CC can sit down together instead of separately.
Or maybe Damon Dash, DeHaven, and Jaguar Wright sit down and have a real good discussion.
That could be something else.
That could be something else. Maybe we get to the bottom of everything right then and there.
Whoa.
I think that's what we need to make happen.
Whoa.
Real life street stars.
That's how we do it. All we do is do it big.
Right.
And don't forget to buy your Real Jag cruelty-free t-shirt.
Yes.
Right here on Reallyfe Production. Going over that thing looks so good.
Man, it's so good. Angel got one on. You got one on right now, Angel?
That's one of my favorites. I hate that I can't wear it more often. But when people say, oh my God! Bless it. Y'all honored me with that shirt.
Nah, people love it.
It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful shirt.
I just can't wait till I get my Touched by an Angel version.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got you, Jag. You know that.
Ooh, child, I'm gonna listen to me. I'm gonna be acting the fool. I'm gonna just walk around in that shirt with some heels on. In my new home.
Right. All right. Well, Jag, we'll catch up with you later in Dallas.
Love you guys, and I'll see you back at home soon.
Yeah,
we love you more, Jag.
And y'all, stay tuned. It's about to turn up.
No, it's definitely about to turn up.